Welcome, fans. Thanks for joining us for this Friday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll watch the Chicago Bulls in this one as they go up against the Boston Celtics. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And joining us from the sidelines is David Aldridge. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Drexler out there with Gary Payton. Then there's Chamberlain. Then it's Kareem. And it's Leonard in at the small forward. And for Chicago, Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Dwayne Wade. Then there's Jason Tatum. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Jokic in at the power forward. And as a coach, Stan, what's something you try to establish at this stage?
I think there's two things, Kevin. First, we're trying to build our habits the right way, everything. From the way we practice, to the way we prepare for games, to the way we warm up, all of it. And then second of all, we're trying to figure out our rotation. Who's going to start, who's going to come off the bench, which groups work well together. It's an ongoing process.
A lot of moving parts, you're right. Now here's Leonard. Chamberlain a screen. Leonard, no luck. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for Chicago. Last meeting was in Boston, where they were unable to fight off the Celtics.
Yeah, and they got beat last time these two teams met, and really free throws were the story.
Shots good by Drexler.
Just the first good move in a game of chess between these two coaches.
Yeah, now we get to see the counterplay. How you respond is half the battle out there.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media, but people in the know how good of a defender he is.
And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose and MVP, Jimmy Butler as well, but the results haven't been there.
Now, here's Jokic. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Wade, bounce pass. Chamberlain against Embiid, sinks that one from the post.
And the sheer size of Embiid poses so many problems for the opponent, and he's using it well to score inside of it.
Now here's Payton, and it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively. Love the recognition, realizes that one is all him.
Yeah, beating everyone up the floor and finishes off the break.
Jokic against Abdul-Jabbar. Chamberlain with a screen on Jokic. And the rejection by Embiid.
And how about the anticipation from the big fella? Embiid is one of the league's premier shot blockers.
A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. While we have a chance, let's take a look at the teams that led the NBA in rebounding last season. The Celtics second.
Well, the commitment they brought to the boards is evident in those numbers. Rebounding's never a glamour stat, but it wins you games.
6 to shoot. Here's Leonard. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here.
And now look at Jason Tatum here, coming off a terrific season. He put up about 27 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
Yeah, look, he is truly the kind of player you build everything around. Your plays, your lineups, it's all about setting this guy up for success.
And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
Tatum on the wing. Jokic sets the screen for Tatum. Trying to find Jokic. Gets it to him. Walked again. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Abdul-Jabbar. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And making a statement right away. Letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Here's Jokic. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall. Boston trailing. Down low. And the dunk by Abdul-Jabbar.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Well, that's how you drive your point home right there. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Embiid. Inside. Last season, Stan, Jokic passed LeBron's all-time triple-double mark. And he did it stunningly in 813 fewer games.
Yeah, now it's really possible, Kevin, that he's going to end up at the top of that triple-double list by the time his career's over. He's got the Big O and Westbrook in his sights. You know, don't sell this guy short. He can do it almost any night.
The amazing Nikola Jokic, Stan. How fun is this guy for us to watch every time we do a game?
Yeah, he's such an interesting guy, Kevin. He's got so many skills, and he's led the league in touches, but he's near the bottom in how long the ball sticks in his hand. Constantly making quick decisions and passes. This guy is really like watching the best we've ever seen.
I would agree. And what a quality to know where to go with the ball when the pressure arrives. Now, here's Drexler. Pass to Leonard. Fires for three. And it's Wade with the rebound.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Jokic to the middle. And Gilgeous-Alexander the bucket on the assist by Jokic.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Now, here is Abdul-Jabbar. 4-point game. Chamberlain kicks to Thomas. Leonard with the ball. Wade picks him up. Drexler. The shot, no good. Good D by Wade.
You can tell he's forcing things a bit at the moment. He's been trying to get it going, but this hasn't been his quarter.
And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
And here are the Bulls now. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Embiid sets the pick for Jokic. 5 on the clock. Second chance shot. And they recover it. Turkoglu against Chamberlain. Tries yet again. A rebound by Wilt Chamberlain. Celtics trail by 4. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum. Just a smooth, clever playmaker. Isaiah keeping his teammates involved here.
Garnett is checked in for the Bulls. Boston also with the sub. O'Neal's checked in. And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Embiid. To the inside. And Garnett with the slam.
And how about the power there from KG? He can fly with the best of them.
Outside, Abdul-Jabbar. Drexler scanning the floor. Left side, Leonard. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Turkoglu against Leonard. Turkoglu dishes to Wade. Here's Embiid. 2 minutes remaining in the first. Over Abdul-Jabbar. Good defense by Abdul-Jabbar.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Back to Shaq. The basket good off the assist from Drexler.
It's a tall challenge trying to contain Shaq, especially when he's operating close to the basket.
Garnett with a screen on Thomas. And it's slammed in by Garnett.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Dan, you talk about a stacked roster. It's hard to find many weaknesses for the Celtics.
Yeah, Kevin, there's a reason the Executive of the Year award went to Boston's front office last season. The Celtics are built right, and they're built to last.
Some changes for Chicago. Jokic comes in for Embiid, and Tracy McGrady subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. The Celtics also changing it up. Chamberlain comes in for Abdul-Jabbar, and it's Pierce in for Kawhi Leonard. Now here's Pierce to the paint. Chamberlain, and Chamberlain with the stuff.
And that's just too easy. The size, strength, length, no way to stop Chamberlain once he gets the ball in that close.
Here's Jokic. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Bulls lead by 4.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Drexler drives in. Thomas passes to Chamberlain. Outside for Thomas. Garnett against Shaq. From the wing. The shot by Chamberlain, no good.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. McGrady against Thomas. Here's Jokic. Chamberlain with the block.
And the quickness off the floor, the insane reach. Well, one of the greatest shot blockers you'll ever see.
Here's Thomas with the 3. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. It's Chicago up by 4. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the... And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, we're not surprised by this. These guys work hard, and they are physical.
On the court right now for the Celtics. Shaquille O'Neal is out there with Chamberlain. Then it's DeRozan, and it's Pierce, and it's Thomas in at the point guard. McGrady outside. Lewis against DeRozan. Turkoglu outside. And here's Jokic outside. And good coming off the assist from Hedo Turkoglu. Jokic has got the lead up to 7 now for the Bulls. Thomas passes to DeRozan. Back to Thomas. And he makes that one. Thomas got his first bucket of the night.
And though Thomas is great from the perimeter, he has a toughness and a willingness to go in amongst the trees and kind of mix it up.
Celtics trail by 5. The wide open look here for DeRozan. Knocks down the 3 ball. DeRozan's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. DeRozan against Lewis. Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the decel the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Nikola Jokic may not be the most physically gifted, but there's an old saying in basketball, you're as fast as you can anticipate. LeBron James says he sees plays before they happen. A lot of people don't understand it, but I do. He's special. Kevin?
You know, his mind for the game is just on another level. We appreciate that report. And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Weber, he's checked in for the Bulls. Lewis comes in for Turkoglu. With a break in the action, we go to the 2K leaderboard to see the teams that excelled at slowing the pace down a campaign ago. Fifth on the list, the Celtics.
I mean, they held opponents to so few points that it allowed them to win games even when their offense wasn't clicking.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Tatum against Thomas. Jokic with a screen on Thomas. Now here's Tatum. He's guarded closely. 3 on the clock. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. McGrady's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And Stan, as he enters his prime, Jason Tatum is shooting to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and Kevin, he knows winning is the key. For a star player on a great team, learning that balance, when to take over and when to set up your teammates, is a big part of it.
Chicago making a switch here. Wade's checked in. Drexler, he's checked in for Boston. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Clock at 6. Pierce for 3. They get it back.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Jokic passes to McGrady. McGrady sets a screen for Tatum. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Paul Pierce.
Well, if the defense closes on Tatum, he'll go into them. He's happy to get sent to the line.
That free throw missing.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
And he sinks the second.
Well, look, what makes Tatum special is he helps you in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and on the glass.
And the call up against Jokic. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Kevin Garnett, he's checked in for Nikola Jokic.
Number 21, Kevin Garnett.
Shaq with a screen on Tatum. Pierce inside the 3-point line. Tries again. The rebound by Chris Webber.
Well, I know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Pass to McGrady. Here's Wade. Drexler defending. Garnett outside. Shot clock at 5. Here's Webber. And Boston with the rebound. Chamberlain got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Payton against Wade. It's stolen by Wade. Throws it up high, and Webber throws it down.
And Webber, just tremendous size in the paint, easily rising up to take that one home.
Celtics trail by 6. Payton inside. McGrady covering. Tatum against Payton to the inside. Here's Wade. Pass to Webber. And Weber throws it down.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
No good from Payton. And here are the Bulls now. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. Chamberlain with the block. Pierce dishes to Payton, and it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Alexander checked in for the Bulls. The Celtics also changing it up. Abdul-Jabbar's checked in for Chamberlain, and it's LaMarcus Aldridge in for Shaq. Gilgeous-Alexander against Payton. With the floater, the rebound by Jason Tatum.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
These Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
Drexler with the screen for Aldridge. Drexler outside. Shot clock at 6. Abdul-Jabbar kicks to Drexler, and it's good off the back rim and in. Drexler's got 5.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by the Bulls.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Stan, you've been on the bench in the NBA for many decades. What were some of your biggest pet peeves as a coach?
Oh my gosh, Kevin, that would be a long list. But the 2 biggest would be this. I think number 1, anytime there was a lack of effort, you're not running back on defense, things like that, that I had a hard time tolerating. And then mental breakdowns, things we had prepared for over and over and over again, and then guys just zone out and forget what they're supposed to do. Those were things that were hard to tolerate.
Especially when you would take such care in preparing them in every way. It's got to be just excruciating.
Frustrating as heck.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Payton finds Aldridge. It's stolen by Wade. 1:49 left in the second quarter. Weber can't hit. Celtics trail by 10. Drexler passes to Aldridge. Over Tatum. Aldridge can't get it to go. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. The 11-footer can't hit that one. Excellent D from Drexler. Boston's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Out to Payton. Nice move. He lays it in.
Defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
Outside Tatum. Over Aldridge. A second chance effort, and it's Weber getting it to go. Weber's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Here's DeRozan. And that one, good.
With his strength and explosiveness, DeRozan's so imposing when he gets it inside.
Tracy McGrady on the wing. Wade outside. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 on the shot clock. Over Payton. Abdul-Jabbar grabs the miss. Abdul-Jabbar's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Inside. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. 6 points here for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And so it's the Chicago Bulls with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've got. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Welcome to halftime, everybody. Before we go any further, a look ahead to the games yet to be played tonight. The Oklahoma City Thunder will go up against the Pacers in Indianapolis. 8:30 Eastern Time for the tip there.
This is going to be an
And circling back to the first half, things have not gone as planned for the Celtics.
You can't win playing passive.
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Chris Webber really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Celtics trail by 6. We've got Tatum. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Dwayne Wade. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Embiid in at the center. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion. And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels him.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, Bulls coach Billy Donovan keeps perspective. He says, I used to come back from a tough road loss, go straight to the office and pull an all-nighter, trying to figure out what went wrong. My highs were too high and my lows were too low. You have to realize so much of it is just luck, breaks of life. Kevin?
That's right, D.A. We respect Billy Donovan as much as any coach in the NBA. But a good outlook there, you're right. Hey, thank you. The Celtics shooting their first free throws of the night right here. And the first one at the line is good. And Stan, we seem to be in the midst of a big man renaissance in the NBA. And I personally love it. So that being said, which of these big stars do you like the most?
Well, that's a tough question because there's so much talent and they're all different. You've got Embiid, who is unstoppable offensively. You've got Wembanyama with his combination of size and length, skill and agility. You've got guys who can shoot the ball. But the guy that combines the most of those things that I would take, Nikola Jokic.
Embiid with a screen on Abdul-Jabbar. Jokic, no good.
Yeah, not his best night in terms of shot selection. Lucky for him, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Payton passes to Chamberlain. Now Drexler. Wade is covering. He lobs up the alley-oop pass and stolen by Tatum. And here we go. Wade heading to the hoop. It's good.
And the grown man strength of Wade powering his way through the contact.
Defensive foul. Clyde Drexler. First personal foul.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
At the line for the Bulls, Dwayne Wade. One shot.
On the free throw, no good.
Hard not to be impressed by Dwayne Wade's natural ability as a scorer. I mean, he works hard, no doubt, but this guy just has a gift for finding his shots.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. With this stoppage in play, we have a chance now to show you which teams led the league in three-point percentage last year. The Celtics second.
Well, last season, what stood out about this team was their three-point shooting. They shot a very high percentage from distance.
Chicago leading by 8. And staying a positive for the Bulls over the last couple seasons. They've really done a good job of taking care of the ball.
Yeah, Kevin, that's been an emphasis for them. You don't want to beat yourself. So you look up and down the roster, it's a pretty disciplined group, but it's also the kind of thing that can change from year to year.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Wade. 5 to shoot. From about 16. No good off the front iron.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Now the fast break. Tatum with the ball. That shot off the mark. Some solid defense from Chamberlain. Drexler with the ball. Wade picks him up.
How about the explosive vertical there? Not much you can do to stop Drexler once he gets to the rim.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Jokic. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. It's taken away by Payton. Leonard dishes to Abdul-Jabbar. Jokic with the steal. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Will Chamberlain picks one up.
Well, as a defender, there's only so much you can do when Jokic gets the ball inside.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Nikola Jokic.
Shooting
Taking 2 shots.
Free throw, good. Jokic.
Well, you know, a great thing about Jokic is the cohesion he brings to the team. His ball movement and teamwork are contagious.
Good on both. And we know injuries derailed last season for the Bulls, Greg, but with an aging core, you wonder where they go from here.
I mean, the Bulls are kind of stuck in the middle of things as it now stands. Not quite good enough to make a run in the East, but not in a position where they need to start over. Bumping, battling down low. Gary Payton is more than comfortable in those situations.
The Celtics shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And a season ago at the charity stripe, this is a group that shot an impressive 81%.
That's good from Payton.
You know, we don't talk about defense a ton, especially with guards. But Gary Payton, he can change a game with his D.
And both free throws good for Payton. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gary Payton is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Jokic passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Tipped away. Shot clock at 6.
How about the energy and activity on that play? Great steal.
Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him. That's going to send Gary Payton to the line. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander. And this is his 2nd trip to the line in the game.
Gary Payton at the line for 1.
That one drops. He ties it up. Chicago's gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He wants to talk to his guys.
and just trying to get some traction offensively. Boy, it hasn't been pretty.
Yeah, right now, Coach needs to draw up his best play, get some points, and give this team some confidence.
Alexander, and Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
And watch out for SGA going to the basket. He will put it on your head if you're not watching.
No one near Peyton as he lets it go. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's a whistle. And that's going to go on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That's his third foul of the game. Chicago making a switch here. Turkoglu's checked in. Isaiah Thomas checked in for the Celtics. Gilgeous-Alexander against Thomas. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Tight defense on him. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor lead.
Well, it's always a big plus when you have a point guard that can attack the rim like that. Puts so much pressure on the defense.
Pass to Embiid. And here's Turkoglu from the arc. Drills it from outside. Turkoglu's got his first 3 points of the game.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like they left their defense in the locker room when they came back out.
Thomas kicks to Leonard. Chamberlain a screen. Leonard the pass to Chamberlain. And they get it. And he lays it up and in.
And I'll tell you, the combination of agility, wingspan, and stamina, very difficult to keep Wilt from scoring off those misses.
Turkoglu outside. Chamberlain against Jokic. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 5 to shoot. The Bulls need to get a shot off. Wade can't hit. Celtics trail by 5. And he's going up for the alley-oop. With the drive, and then Wade slams it in.
So quick with that first step. Wade finds a lane there and exploits it for the deuce.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place.
And this is when a coach earns his paycheck. Analyze the situation and give your players the information they need to succeed.
Chicago making some changes. Garnett, he's checked in for Joel Embiid, and Tracy McGrady subbed in for Wade. The Celtics also changing it up. Pierce comes in for Leonard, and DeMar DeRozan subbed in for Clyde Drexler. Gilgeous-Alexander against Thomas. Pass to Pierce. And here's DeRozan. Chamberlain with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. No problems knocking that one down. Thomas got 5 down.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Now, here's Jokic. Trying to find Gilgeous-Alexander. Gets it to him. Here's McGrady. The Bulls keep it alive. Jokic, no good. Celtics trail by 4. Outside DeRozan. Here's Thomas, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. While there's a break in the action, let's take a look at the players who had the most steals in the league last season. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is second.
He showed such tremendous defensive instincts. Trust me, nobody wanted him guarding them last year.
And that one misses.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Lewis checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And the Celtics also making a change. O'Neal's checked in. Good on the second free throw.
And without a doubt, one of the greatest small men we've ever seen. Zeke possesses the skill and determination to just take over a game at any point.
And that one's good. McGrady.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Outside DeRozan. Here's O'Neal. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And sometimes Shaq is impossible to guard without fouling. He's this, like, overwhelming presence.
This is his first free throw of the game. That's good from O'Neal. Tatum, he's checked in for Rashard Lewis. Celtics also with a sub. Payton, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. O'Neal hits them both.
Over 7 feet, big, quick, great hands. Shaq is a one-of-one type of player.
Here's McGrady. Rebounded by Wilt Chamberlain. Chamberlain got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Thomas against Tatum. To the middle. No block shot. Chamberlain, no luck.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
3/4 of play in a close game here. Bulls lead by 3. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
They're just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. Shaquille O'Neal is out there with Aldridge. Then there's Payton. Then there's Drexler. And it's Pierce in at the 3 spot. Back to Payton. Kicks it out to Drexler. No good. That would have tied it.
You know, and after fighting to get back into it, that was the chance there to tie it up.
Yeah, that could be deflating. They have to lock back in.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Payton passes to O'Neal. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. It's all in by the Bulls. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Weber. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
And Weber, always a guy that can score the basketball. And once he gets going, it is tough to slow him down.
Pass to Payton. It's up a 3. Drains the 3-pointer. Payton's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Can you even believe this is the same guy? What a difference here in the second half.
Drexler against Wade. Back to Tatum. Takes a 3. A rebound by Drexler.
And really, for some reason, just not a big part of their offense today. Hard to get into a rhythm when you're getting so few opportunities at the rim.
O'Neal against Weber. It's stolen by Garnett. Pass to McGrady. Here's Weber, and Weber throws it down.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Some changes for Chicago. Embiid comes in for Weber, and it's Lewis in for Garnett. And the Celtics also making a change. Leonard, he's checked in for Paul Pierce. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin, able to listen in on what Joe Mazzulla was going over with his team. Now, Coach talked all about fouls in that huddle. He reminded them, play defense with our feet. Keep them to the spots. Hands straight up. Don't give them a chance to blow the whistle on us. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David.
There's the unselfishness of Kawhi Leonard, keeping his teammates involved.
Embiid dishes to Lewis. That's good, and that's Embiid with the assist. And the Bulls lead by 7.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and hitting them up.
And Aldridge slams it in.
Once Aldridge gets the ball at the rim, it's over.
Wade outside. Lewis sets the pick for Wade. Oh, good on the triple. And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for Boston. Pass to O'Neal. Lewis against Aldridge. Here's Leonard. 6 to shoot. Here's O'Neal. Good D by Embiid.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor. Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Drexler drawing the double team. A 3 from Leonard. Great D that time from Tatum. Bulls leading by 5. Wade kicks to McGrady. Pass to Lewis. 3-pointer. Bangs home the trifecta.
And snappy pass to a productive shooter. The moment Lewis has the ball, he's getting ready to shoot.
Leonard against Tatum. Aldridge left side. Chicago grabs the miss. Embiid's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's McGrady. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And this is McGrady's specialty. You can't let this guy shake free from the mid-range.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. 3-1-2. Jokic, he's checked in for the Bulls. Gilgeous-Alexander comes in for McGrady. Chamberlain's checked in for Boston. Abdul-Jabbar comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Leonard the pass to Chamberlain. Payton the bounce pass. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Shot is good off the back rim and in. The Bulls leading by 8. Outside Tatum. Down low. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And whether it's for himself or others, D-Wade is constantly making things happen.
Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Over Jokic, and it's Abdul-Jabbar. That time on the assist from Payton. Payton's got 5 assists tonight. Jokic with the screen on Payton. Wade outside. Here's the 3. Connects from 3-point range. Wade's got the lead up to 11 now for Chicago.
And he doesn't take threes often, but Wade still can be effective from there when given space.
Payton passes to Abdul-Jabbar. Abdul-Jabbar, a screen on Wade. Drexler, no good. Chicago's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the 4th. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Jokic. Deflects the pass. It's taken away by Payton. And Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. And Gary Payton is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Jokic passes to Tatum. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Nearly automatic. Gilgeous-Alexander, no slouch from the line. And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Bulls.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside. And that was working all game long.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Jokic.
He did all the dirty work that they needed, clearing out space underneath and securing rebounds.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. And here's Thomas, who brings it up for the Celtics. They trail by 11. There's the lob to Aldridge, and Aldridge slams it in.
Assisted by Isaiah Thomas.
35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Aldridge against Banchero. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. And the Bulls lead by 11.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Near the three-point line, it's Thomas. Had the space there, but it's offline. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch. Thank you, David.